play La Bamba Oil Country. The Oilers defeat the Ottawa Senators by a score of 5-2. And after the Oilers had an absolute stinker of a game against the Montreal Canadiens, in which I was at that game at the Bell Center, they managed to kind of salvage this road trip here. They defeat Ottawa 5-2. They end up going 1-1-1 on the Eastern Canada swing, and at least they were able to get a win. Few concerning things with different players. I'm not talking about how they played, but injury concerns. Zach Hyman did not return for the third period. And of course, that's already on top of Victor Arvidsson being out of the lineup. And Connor McDavid went down a little gingerly also in the third. So a lot of things to keep an eye on with this team and their injury troubles on the back end. Now with the forward group, be curious to see if there's any call-ups in the next 48 hours before the game against Minnesota on Thursday. And, oh, by the way, new victory chain. I got this in Montreal, my old victory chain. The whatever paint they use on the chain was like chipping, and it kept like coming off on my neck, and it was getting all over my clothes. So I got a new victory chain when I was in Montreal. I was hoping to wear it last night. I thought that would have been a fun surprise for everyone. Unfortunately, the Oilers did not win that game, but they won tonight. I'm able to wear the new victory chain tonight, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget about this. New hat as well, new jersey, whole new me, looking fresh, feeling good. That trip to Montreal was amazing. Now, if I don't have as much energy in the post-game reaction tonight, I do apologize. I am very tired. Did a ton of traveling over the last 72 hours across the country and back. And then, of course, doing a live stream tonight, which, by the way, if you tuned into the live stream, thank you so much. Your support means the world. But let's talk about this game. If you end up liking the post-game reaction, make sure to hit the like button. And if you end up really liking it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your support goes a long way. The channel continues to grow at a crazy exponential rate. And everyone's support and positivity has been amazing. And speaking of positivity, last night there was a lot of negativity regarding Bouchard, the goaltending, the defense, the lack of scoring from the forward group. Games like tonight, I'm happy that they happened for Edmonton because it kind of changes the narrative around. They salvaged the road trip. You would have liked to see them win at least 2 out of the 3 games, but they managed to go 1-1-1. That's fine. They improved to 10-8-2 on the season, which is fine. They have an opportunity to win a couple more at home before they have their extended break next week. They have like 5 days off or something. But as a fan, I feel better about how a lot of players played tonight. I thought Bouchard had one of his better games of the season. McDavid scoring 2 goals. That's great. Draisaitl had 3 points. Vasily Podkolzin continues to play really well. I'm really happy that he was given an opportunity with McDavid and Draisaitl, and he contributed. He had 2 assists. That's a great sign for him. And I do like the McDavid and Draisaitl. Like the first goal for McDavid, he pointed right at Podkolzin. Like, he's like, that was your play. You made sure to get that puck towards the net, allowed me to score that. Like, I like that they recognize that. And for Podkolzin, he's not scoring, but he's always doing the little things right. He's always doing something on the ice that is beneficial to his team, whether it's a big hit, whether it's getting a puck in the corner, winning a board battle, or finding a nice play to get to McDavid for a goal. And then, of course, a couple other things tonight that I thought were really positive signs at Edmonton's game. They're defensively, during the preseason, we talked about Josh Brown. I was like, this guy might be the worst defender in the entire NHL, and it's not even close. Josh Brown tonight had a really good game. I thought Josh Brown was really effective with his use of his stick in the neutral zone, and he broke up a lot of passing attempts in the offensive, or I guess it would be his defensive zone, offensive zone if you're a Senators fan. He was really good at breaking up plays. He was good on the penalty kill. The penalty kill, by the way, is killed, I think it's up to 12 straight penalty kills now for the Edmonton Oilers, so that's regressing back to normal, right? We knew that was eventually going to happen, and the power play converted. The power play is converted in 4 of the last 5 games. It did not convert against Montreal, but 4 of the last 5 games, the Oilers have scored a power play goal. Connor McDavid with an absolute snipe. You love to see it. Different players that I thought also played well tonight. I talk about Podkolzin. Bouchard had a good game. Draisaitl. Nugent Hopkins, I thought, had a better game. I don't think he played like phenomenal, but I do like that he was able to get on the scoreboard. Derek Ryan made a nice little saucer pass kind of into that slot area. And Nugent Hopkins, he's crashing towards the goal. He gets a stick on it. Nice deflection. Not much Allmark can do on that one. So for Nugent Hopkins, if he's able to get his game going, especially since a guy like Hyman went down with injury and the team is struggling to score goals, I don't care if that made it 5-1 at that point and, there's not a lot of celebration going on. I hope Nuge feels good about that goal, and I hope fans are excited about that goal as well. Anything to get some of these guys going and feeling good about their game, especially their offense. Leon Draisaitl, of course, continues to play amazing. He scored his 14th goal of the season. He had a couple of assists as well. But the player that got everything started tonight was Evan Bouchard. And I want to go over the goal visualizer on this because this is hilarious, by the way. I'm happy that we're not talking about Bouchard on the goal visualizer being really bad in the defensive zone. This was all Bouchard on this first goal. He takes it, Otto makes the change. Look at it. It's a 1-on-4. Bouchard skates up the middle. He does a toe drag past Chabot, and then he puts a nice little forehand shot over Ullmark's glove to make it 1-0 Edmonton. That was early in the first period, only 3:46 in. Love to see that. I love this visualizer too. Draisaitl just kind of gave him the puck, and then Bouchard's like, you know what? I'm just going to take this myself. I'm going to take this on the rush, do it all alone, and that set the tone for Edmonton. I'm glad that he was able to get the scoring going, and I'm glad that he's able to shift the narrative a little bit. Did he have a couple negative plays in the defensive zone tonight? Yes. Was he bailed out by Stuart Skinner? Also yes. It's amazing the difference when your goaltender makes a save. We're not as hard on the defenseman when a mistake is made when the puck is not going in the net. That was another player who I thought played well tonight, by the way, was Stuart Skinner. I'm really upset that they gave up that late goal. It was definitely not a high stick. I've seen there was one angle that they showed. Definitely not a high stick. It's just unfortunate. Seems like every team is able to get one of these really lucky deflection goals. I feel bad for Stuart Skinner because I want his save percentage and goals against average to like come way down. It's just unfortunate that one of those goes in. But Stuart Skinner, he played great. He allowed the team to win. He made some big saves. Really good save late in the third, too. There's like a minute left. Puck came across the ice. I forget who was on Ottawa that got the one-timer. Stuart Skinner made a great save. We look at McDavid's first goal. This is where Podkolzin threw it to him from the left circle here. Ottawa couldn't get out. Bouchard kept it in, gave it to Podkolzin. Podkolzin feeds McDavid. It went off of Ullmark's pad, bounced in front. McDavid put it in. I don't know who was. Who was that? Was that Norris? He was mad. I love how they're tracking everything. Norris slapped the puck into the boards. He was so mad. That made it 2-1 Edmonton. Then McDavid on the power play late in the second on the 5-on-3, which, by the way, before I keep playing the visualizer, how often do they call the faceoff violation? Like, how often do they call delay of game? Whether it's you've been kicked out of the draw twice, and that's delay of game, or when you go down and you play the puck with your glove by accident. I obviously don't think Giroux meant to do that, but how often do they call that? Sometimes there's a lot of plays where it looks close and they never call it. They called it tonight. The Oilers beneficiary of a 5-on-3. Puck came across to McDavid. He gave it to Bouchard. Bouchard feeds it right back to him. He walks in the high slot, and he just snipes it over Ullmark's blocker side. It didn't look like Ullmark was even screened that much. Linus Ullmark is having a tough go in Ottawa. Sens fans, I want you to weigh in. If there's any Sens fans watching this, what's going on with Linus Ullmark? It's the same with Bruins fans. Like, Jeremy Swayman's had a tough year in Boston. Linus Ullmark's having a tough time in Ottawa. They both signed those similar long-term contracts this season before the season started. So I want to know what your thoughts are. Linus Ullmark, obviously, like, goaltending has always been an issue in Ottawa. And I didn't think Ottawa played particularly awful defensively. The Oilers were just able to capitalize tonight, which is good for us as Oilers fans, not good for Ottawa Senators fans. And then in the second period, Draisaitl, he gets a play on his backhand. He puts that in, make it 4-1 Edmonton, 4:39 into the second period there. Nice goal from Draisaitl on the backhand. I love Henrique here. Henrique, he went down, he fell, and he made a good play. He made sure he didn't glove that puck ahead. He used his glove, played it to his stick, and then used the stick to poke it to McDavid. And then Draisaitl, he cuts in behind Chabot, who had a rough night for the Ottawa Senators, by the way. And then Draisaitl comes in on the backhand, beats Ullmark in the 5-hole. And then Nugent-Hopkins, this was another nice play. Kulak gave it to Nuge. Nuge finds Derek Ryan. Almost cut off twice there, but Derek Ryan gets it. Nuge, he starts crashing in the middle of the ice. He gets a nice deflection in and manages to score. Josh Norris, he made it 5-2 late in the period. Again, there's not much Stuart Skinner could do there. But if we go to the box score, we'll take a look at Stu's stats. We'll take a look at the Oilers as well. Draisaitl led the way with McDavid, 3 points each, +3 as well. Podkolzin 2 assists. Ryan with an assist. Henrique, Nugent-Hopkins. Nice to see the depth show up. As I mentioned, Zach Hyman, he didn't play a lot. He did go down with injury. He did not come back for the third period. Hopefully it's precautionary. Hopefully he's able to, play on Thursday. If he's not able to go, the Oilers are going to have to make a couple call-ups because their forward core is completely depleted right now. On defense, Bouchard was a +3, Ekholm +2, Kulak +1. Now, Troy Stetcher, he was a -2. Again, that second goal for Ottawa, kind of tough to blame him on that one, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. And then, of course, Stuart Skinner, .931 save percentage. See, this is all we want. We just want our goalie to give our team a chance to win and find some time to get some offense. That happened tonight. Really good signs here. Hopefully the Oilers are able to build off that. Every time I say that, Edmonton ends up coming out the next game and not building off anything. However, they have won 4 of their last 6 games. They were on a 3-game win streak. They lost 2 in a row, and then they win tonight. So I guess that's 4 of their last 7. Was that 4, 2-1? Or something in their last 7. I don't know. I don't remember. My brain is kind of kaput right now from all the travel. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the post-game reaction. I will have a lot more to discuss in tomorrow's day after episode. So thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. Thank you for the love that you showed on my videos that I recorded in Montreal from the hotel room. Nobody commented on my my upper lip. It was so chapped. It was actually bleeding, and like it looks really red. It almost looks like I'm wearing lipstick in the hotel videos. I'm glad nobody made a comment on that. You guys were all so supportive, you guys and gals. Thank you all so much. Truly appreciate it. You're the best fans in the entire world. I don't do this without your support. I cannot do this without your support. And I truly, truly appreciate it, Oil Country. Thank you for showing me all the love all the time. I'm giving all that love right back to you. For the city of Montreal and Habs fans, I know I thanked you last night, but I want to give another shout out to the city of Montreal and Habs fans. You are all incredible. Thank you so much for being amazing hosts. I cannot wait to travel to Montreal next year. Maybe I'll do an Eastern Canada swing next year. Maybe when the Oilers go on their Eastern Canada road trip next year, I'll go to each game. I'll go to the game in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. I think that would be a lot of fun. That's it from me tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed to the channel. Tell some friends and family who might enjoy my channel to come and tune in, maybe subscribe and like the video as well. Thank you so much, Oil Country. Tell someone that you love them for me. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. See you in the day after tomorrow. Let's go, Oilers.